Kadlac and some Kadlac Dixon. I'm the drama like prison wife. I'm the legally blind artist that is rapping and pinch for justice, hoping, because you've got to hold your breath for justice, to see justice before all fades to black. What is that? Hit your girl Cadillac. Really?
Always the most, never the least. Okay, I did put do not disturb and I did turn the ringer down, but you know how this goes. Um, the enemy will not allow me to do anything, so it will be something wrong. Not being negative, just stating the obvious, because it happens in every video. Um, and also, I never recorded in this spot, so I have no storage on my phone. Well, I have very little storage, which I can't even push record. I could take a couple pictures so that my content, my uphill battle content on my channel that I have been pushing along for the last 5 years consistently, 10 years total, with all the time, energy, effort that I put into it. If I stop, my channel flatlines. Like, I have to work really, really hard just to get little bits of, movement on my channel. So if I stop it, it flatlines right away. That's what happened when I took time away and went to TikTok. The YouTube just flatlined. So I still attempt to bring content, though I don't have everything in order to bring you the best content. I'm trying. I try each time to get better and better. Right now, my phone is really being an issue. And then by not having storage, I'm limited to only recording on live. And live is a very challenging thing because it ain't even dependent on you. It literally, you see the crystal clear video, and then when you play it back, the audio is chopped up, or it's going in and out, or it's super pixelated. So you record and don't even know if you have the content because you're streaming. So what I found is this Wi-Fi is it's only in certain areas. So I try to find spots, and I don't even have good spots in my house. So I try to get out and find spots that, oh, okay, I recorded that one time there and it came out clear. So I have no idea if you can see me, if it's pixelated, if it's whatever. But nothing more I can do. That's all I can do at this moment, until I'm able to get a new phone or get some storage or something. Anyways, talking of storage, I'm headed to my storage. I have been going through it because they just keep raising storage prices through the roof, and it's because they just can. It's inflation. So why not just totally destroy the people, right? We're in inflation, so we have the right to be able to charge you whatever the jail we want to charge you. Um, so it is conflicting with my rent. My rent I have to break down in something called flex payments. And so the storage comes out around the second portion of the rent, and it's making it difficult for me to pay my rent plus my storage. So if I don't do something, I'm going to end up losing the storage anyway. So I've been diligently I'm sorry, this last couple of months going through my storage, trying to, what I did find out is that the longer you're in the storage, the more they charge you. They just keep going up just because, like I said, they can. It's inflation. Why not completely bury people? Why not? We can do it. So I don't think I'm going to meet my deadline. I have 5 days. It's the 20th. I am obligated to my job. I am a SLAVE to the 9 to 5. So I can only live my life outside of 9 to 5. I'm 44 years old. I used to do a really good job of living my life outside of work when I was younger. In my 20s and my 30s, I didn't have to sleep. I could have been like Jeezy, I'll sleep when I DIE. Girl, but that doesn't work in your 40s. Um, you literally need rest. So once I get off that 9 to 5 work shift, I'm depleted. My best energy, my best effort, my best physical ability is gone. It's gone to um, the 9 to 5 that barely pays me to stay alive. So between that, I've been trying to clear it out. So I don't think I'm going to make my deadline because I do have work and other things in the way. Life is in the way. So I don't have the time to just devote to it. I've been coming here like, and it's kind of far from the house. My daughter found the first store she could, the cheapest one back in 2023. Back then, ironically, it was the cheapest, but now, so it's further away from the house. So I have to come here like every day for like an hour. There's no Wi-Fi inside. As soon as you go in, you can't even listen to your phone. So I had to rig something up to be able to listen to content. But it goes in and out because it's always just loading. It's hot in there, uncomfortable, stuffy, and I just don't want to be there. But I know I have to because if I don't get rid of this storage, then how am I gonna be able to pay rent? And I'm tired of getting paid and not even have $5 out of my paycheck to spend, which makes you even more feel like you're working for nothing. Right? Work to live, and I live to work. I hustle hard until it hurts. I work my fingers down to the bone, and once I pay my bills, ain't got nothing to come home with. Hey, once I pay my bills, ain't got nothing to come home with. Once I pay my bills, ain't got nothing to come home with. Here's your girl Cadillac, or what was that? Oh yeah, struggle is real. Can't even make enough to pay my bills. Every day I'm gonna work, I'm broke still. Know what I'm talking about? This you could feel. This is real. I got big dreams to make 'em come true. I ain't got the means, but the sparkle in my eyes still gleams. And I keep a close eye on those trying to get me high beams. I hope you there to see me when I reach them dreams. Know what I mean? Here's your girl Cadillac. But yeah. So trying to figure stuff out. I had a cash advance due back today because I can't even, you know how they say rob Peter to pay Paul. My name's Keita. I can't even rob Keita to pay Paul no more. Like the stuff's not even working, so I had to ask them for an extension on that and try to divert it. It's like just trying to divert all your payments, but you know you still inevitably have to pay them, though you don't have enough to pay them. Right? You can't even live, but it's irritating. So that's what I'm doing now. Um, it is 1:56, 2 o'clock already. I just barely got up. I am in so much pain. So much pain. I've been hurting since Monday. We took the kids to the beach, and I was carrying my grandson. Now my whole arm, my up in my, it starts from the occipital area. That's where I had my slip and fall, and that's where my head like slammed on the ground and bounced. So I've always had problems right here at the base of my skull. But it's a tightness going all the way down to my neck, through my shoulder. I feel it so much in my arm, my forearm. And last night when I told y'all I'm sorry, what is that part? Shoulder? Yeah, the upper arm. I feel it so much there. And I last night told y'all, at least I didn't feel it down in my forearm. Yeah, today I feel it in my forearm. So my whole side is so painful. My jaw so painful. I have TMJ. So it's so tight and it's hurting. That's why I talk weird. If you notice I make faces because it feels like it's so hard to talk. It hurts to talk. Um, so today I wanted to take a bath in Epsom salt. We don't have a bath in the house. So I took the hottest shower I could. I was trying to use my sister's bath to see if I could take a bath there, but her bath is so little that I don't even, it's so short. I'm not going to be able to submerge my all the way down. So that was a no. I put ice on myself all around and then rub with muscle rub cream, but still in pain. Gonna try to take some of my Excedrin to see if I can medically, but I think there's something else better for muscle aches, medicine wise. I don't know if it's ibuprofen or something, but I don't have anything but Excedrin, because I frequently have headaches because of that. That stem from right here from the slip and fall. Yes, the slip and fall where they didn't have to pay me not one dime and they fired me. Said I fell in my dress and got me, swept me up off the floor, got me out of there. So now I deal with the pain and the injuries for the rest of my life. And they are injuries that just get worse over time. Makes it very challenging to work, but I have to work. Stuck. That's that stuck spot, like I was telling you, that most chosen ones be in. Stuck. Like, I could tell you another stuck spot, right? I could qualify for not unemployment, disability, right? Oh, it is so challenging to work because of my disabilities of my carpal tunnel. My like I have very little ability. It's not really enough to be in the workforce. My herniated disc, pinched nerves, and arthritis, right? So I qualify for that. But here's the flip side. Here's the hard spot. Why I have to keep working. I have something called keratoconus. I'm legally blind, and I require cornea surgery. The insurance that you would have if you were on disability does not cover that. So I was told that I need to always keep health insurance for whenever my eye ruptures. So I have to work, though I cannot work, to keep the health insurance whenever this eye decides to completely drop me off. But I do it in pain. So one set of injuries won't allow me to work, but one set of injuries won't allow me to quit working because so I'm stuck. I've been in a stuck spot so long. That's why I've been trying to find alternative ways of making income, but they just don't never work out. Or since to say it less negatively because all people do is analyze it and just say it's just so negative. That's why it just hasn't worked out yet. Let's say it like that. So thus far, none of those things have worked out yet. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Um, by it being 2 o'clock, I don't have a lot of time. So let me go ahead head to the storage. Don't even feel like it, but if this did record, I wanted to record on a topic um, called color enhancements when it comes to the law. Color enhancements. This was revealed to me. I believe the Lord drops things into my spirit. Um, I was just working and I was thinking about, you know, how they have weapon enhancements. And my husband, who's wrongfully incarcerated, is messing up now. I see it stalling. My husband, who's wrongfully incarcerated, would have only been sentenced to 10 years except for weapon enhancements. They were able to add a weapon enhancement because of a hearsay weapon. They allege he had a weapon, but nobody was hurt, nobody powed, nobody injured, no evidence of weapon, no fingerprints, no what is that comes from the GUN? None of those forensic things that would show there was a weapon. And then the officers alleged they gave a great search for the weapon, but they could not find it. That is why they lied and said that Marcello ran, because they had to explain away how could you charge him with a weapon and there's no weapon. Well, we'll just lie. He ran. And while he ran, he was able to discard of this weapon. Even though it's proof he never ran. So no matter what, they said it. It's God's word. Take it as God's word. So now we're going to charge him with weapon enhancements. Weapon enhancements took his wrongful conviction sentence from 10 years, minimum mandatory, to 40. That's where you get the 40. Because of the weapon. The weapon added 30 more years to his wrongful conviction. So I was thinking, because it is known and it is really stats on it, stop taking my word for it, because you don't believe what I say. No way. Google it yourself. BLK men get way more time for the same crimes. And if a BLK man, and most times if a YT man has the same sentence, the BLK man has that sentence for something far lesser. They get 3 to 4 more times in prison than anybody else. And it's just because of their color. So I wanted to speak about color enhancements. Because my husband is BLK, that's the only reason. Even the lawyer even told me that. I laid in the street and cried until I seen his public pretender come out the courtroom. And before I could say anything, he walked up to me and he said, "Do you know why he was sentenced?" I said, "Yeah, because he's black." No other reason. I just sat through the same trial you sat through. They convicted him because he's BLK. Honestly. And he said, a YT man said, "Yep, that's the only reason." Now you have to find someone that will fight for his life. Why couldn't he fight for his life? He was paid to do so. But color enhancements. My husband was in a car with 3 white T guys. One of the white T guy was his cousin. That's what they never revealed to the jury. How could the YT driver and the BLK passenger be cousins? They spun to the jury that the cousin was BLK. Marcello was BLK. So, of course, the 2 BLK men had to be trying to rob the 2 YT men. We couldn't find the cousin because he ran off. But we got the 1 BLK man, Marcello, and we're going to put him up under the jail. Good, no evidence. After we tampered with evidence. After we discarded proof that could have proved. We got rid of the surveillance camera. So now you have nothing to judge this case on but our word. And our word comes from God. Like color enhancements. That's what I wanted to talk about. But if not, possibly I'll try to do it when I get off. When I get off, there's no place to record except for the bathroom inside the house that sometimes get Wi-Fi, but sometimes that lets me down too. But anyways, I don't know. I keep trying. Hopefully it's not in vain, but it does feel like it's all in vain. All right, I'll talk to you again. It's your girl Kadlac.